Hello, loves. Welcome to the Four Agreements, Chapter 6, Part 2. We don't have to attach our beliefs. If we are not attached to our beliefs and a better concept comes to us, we can let go of the old concept, adapt the new concept, and improve our life much faster. We can let go of our distorted images we identify with. We can detach from agreements and beliefs that limit the expression of our creativity and our love. This frees our energy to create a new dream, and what we create is a masterpiece of our own life. The practice idea for mastering your transformation for attach and detach. If you journal, pause, go get your journal and a pen, because this is going to be the time that you want to use that. Yes, you're going to have memories of the parasite, of the judge, the victim, and what you used to believe, but the parasite will be dead. Make a list of everything that you feel strong attachment to, including people, things, events, feelings, agreements, and beliefs. How much energy do you spend trying to resist change or transformation? If you've ever tried to paddle a boat upstream, you know how much energy is wasted by going against the currents of the stream. To resist transformation is to spend energy fighting against the current instead of flowing with it. Consider the following questions about the items on your list of attachments. How much emotional and physical energy is required each day to maintain your attachments? If you could assign a price up to $1,000 for each attachment, what does each one cost you? Is this really how you want to spend your energy? What else could you do with your energy to invest? What else could you do with the energy you invest in your attachments? Are you ready to practice attach, detach with any of the items on your list of attachments? Start with an object you own that you adore and feel attached to. On a scale of 1 to 10, with the number 1 being total attachment and the number 10 being total detachment, how would you rate your attachment to this object? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. If you selected number 5, perhaps you experience a good equilibrium between attachment and detachment. You really enjoy this object and attach when it hooks your attention. But if it were damaged or taken away, you could detach without suffering through weeks or even years of regret. If the number you selected falls below the number 5, you may want to practice a little detachment. Begin by listing the reasons you believe you're attached to the object. Here are some examples. It was a gift from someone who is special to me. It is one of a kind. There's no one other like it in the world. It cost a lot of money. It was very old and irreplaceable. It's an antique or collectible. Now consider how much energy you spend each month on your attachment to this object. How much of your attention and physical energy is spent protecting the object from other people, keeping this object in perfect condition, paying for maintenance or protection of this object, worrying about this object for whatever reason. Look at the answers to the above list. Is your attachment based on fear? For example, fear that this object can never be replaced if it's lost, fear that you will lose the good feelings you associate or attach to this object, fear that you won't ever have the money to buy another object like this. Fear that if you let go of your attachment, something terrible might happen. Fear that you might have to control life because you cannot trust life. Try to remember in your life when something you were attached to was lost or taken away from you. What did life... We start recording there, and I do believe we stopped right off here at try to remember a time in your life when something you were attached to was lost or taken away from you. What did life give you in return? What was lost? What personal qualities such as compassion for others did you develop as a result of this experience? Detaching from your beliefs, go back to your book of law and look at the list of fear-based agreements you want to change. Are you attached to any of these beliefs and agreements? If so, what purpose do these agreements serve? It is up to you to choose the kind of knowledge you attach to. Set your intention to practice detaching from the knowledge that goes against you or anyone else. Just imagine all of the energy and personal power you will reclaim. Zoom in, zoom out. Think of a problem in your life that has caused you to worry or suffer. Imagine that you can view your life through the lens of a magical camera. When you zoom in, you see and feel every detail and facet of your life. Anything that touches your life comes into focus within the frame of the viewfinder. Imagine what you can also zoom out whenever you choose in order to see the larger picture in your life. In the zoom out mode, your focus is no longer on all the details. The first thing you see is the house you live in from hundreds of feet above the ground. In the zoom out mode, you observe ever widening panoramic views of the first of the city where you live, then the country, then the continent, until suddenly you're staring at Earth from outer space. Pause for a moment to consider your life from this perspective. Your life and all of your troubles are a tiny speck on the face of Earth. All your dreams, all your desires, all your hopes and fears are there in that speck on Earth. You are in the midst of billions of people just like you who share similar emotions and dreams. Stay in the zoom out mode and continue on your journey into outer space until you can see all the planets in our solar system. Keep going farther and farther until the Milky Way is visible from light years away. Who are you? What are you? Where is your place in this vast universe? Why do humans suffer over so many small things in life when there's a universe of beauty and wonder to behold? When we consider the span of eternity, the entire history of humanity, our life is over in a mere fraction of time. How will we choose to spend it? What will we invest our energy in? Keep zooming out until you detach completely from your problem and can see that it is insignificant in the greater scheme of life. Remind yourself that every problem carries the seeds of opportunity to learn, to love, to grow awareness, and to be happy and alive. When we attach to objects, to our beliefs, to a person we love, it is just as if we are stuck in the zoom in mode and all we can see is the smallest part of life. We can only see our life, our problems. All our worries and attachments come into focus and fill the entire frame of our dream. As we zoom out, our problems represent a smaller and smaller percentage of our entire universe, and we find that we really don't require much of our attention at all. They don't require much of our attention at all. The next time you find yourself focusing incessantly on a problem, imagine zooming out with your magical camera. Detach from all the details and put your attention in the wider picture of your life. Remember that nothing in life is truly serious. Imagine that you can enjoy every person, every material possession, every event in your life as a magical experience that continues to unfold. Zoom out and keep going further and further into space until the cord that keeps you attached to your fears finally snaps. As soon as you detach from fear, you detach from the problem, you detach from the outcome, and you are free. You are floating effortlessly in the stream of life. When you have no fear, you have no resistance. And when you have no resistance, the solution to your problem is there in the light and it comes to you. The solution to every problem of humanity is in the light. You are alive, you are free, and you are powerful. You are not a victim of your beliefs, your desires, your society, or your circumstance. You are an active participant in the art of dreaming. And that's it for chapter 6. In another week or so, I will read part 3, Living the 4 Agreements. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I hope this is affecting your life in a positive way. That's why I'm doing this. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me.